Hey guys, Parasplit here, and this is going to be another tutorial on Adobe Photoshop CS6. This tutorial is going to show you how to make a border around your video. It's a good idea if you've got a gaming channel, you're doing gaming and stuff like that. You just want an added feature to tell the viewers more information about the video actually in the video itself instead of being in the description box. And you see a lot of YouTubers used to do this. I used to watch CNAN as he's doing Call of Duty with his class on the side, just stuff like that. You can do all that. So first of all, there's a certain amount of tools you're going to want to know down here. There's I've made a tutorial already about the tools that you mainly need to know, so you can go check that out. But if you already know most of the tools, then just carry on watching. So first go File, New. And in the last video I made a mistake thinking the standard HD was 1080 by 720. It's actually 1280 by 720, sorry about that. So just make a new one, 1280 720 pixels. Okay. Now you'll have your now you'll have your document here. And basically down here you'll see layers, and this one we call background, and then it's going to have this padlock, which basically means you can't change the opacity. It's basically a locked layer. Now to make the border, we're not going to want that, so we're going to double click on the padlock, and it's going to turn the background into an unlocked layer into its own layer. And you don't have to do this, you don't have to rename it, you don't have to do this, you don't have to rename it though. I'm just going to name it background again. So now you've got this. Now if you go up here, this usually is the quick selection tool. I'm just going to make that the magic wand tool, which basically means if we click now, it'll select all the white in the area and make a selection out of it. So that's what it's done now. Now if we press the delete key, it'll make it a checkered area, which basically means there's no pixels in. Whenever you see a checkered area, there's no pixels there, so there's no image. And that's what we want when we're making our border, because we're going to want the video behind the picture. So now if you just click Control D to deselect, there we have it like that, which is good. Now go back down to there where you see the paper with the folded edge. It's a new layer. Click that. This one's called Layer 1. Just rename that. You don't have to. Just make it easier to follow. I'm just going to name that border. Now what you're going to want to do, if you look on here, there's this, which is usually the lasso tool. Just change that to the polygonal lasso tool, which basically deals with straight lines. Now hold down the Shift key on your keyboard. Click in one point, and then just let it go. Move it. Keep hold of the Shift key, of course. Move your mouse to a next point. Click again, then move back up. You can have a more fancy one if you want with lines. I'm just going to do a really basic one just for this tutorial. Then just come back up to there. Now see we got this. It doesn't have to be too neat. If it's anything off the picture, that's just rounding it up, which is what we want. Now on the left hand side you'll see there's this thing which is like a bucket tipping out paint, which is what we want, paint bucket tool. It'll usually be the gradient tool. If you just hold it down, then you can change paint bucket tool. Then you can just change this to a color that you want to fill it. We're just going to do a blue like this. So now if we click, it will be all filled. The selected area, which is on the actual image, not outside, will be filled. Press Control H, you can have a look. Now you see there's a problem. The lines of the edges of the blue with the checkered area, it's quite a bad transition. We want a nice smooth transition. So what you're going to want to do, you go up to the top here, click Select, Modify, Border. You can choose what width. We're going to use 4 pixels. It's quite a good width. It'll make a border around the selected area. Now you can just choose a darker color. I'm just going to use like a darker blue. That'll look better, just like that. Then just go to the paintbrush tool, and then just simply go like that. Go over the area, which is, it'll only paint inside the selected area, and it's automatically selected the border, so you can just go like that, and then just go straight off the edge there. Now if you press Control and H to hide it, you'll see there's quite a nice border like that around. If you wanted to be fancy, you could make the selection so it goes exactly along the line of the image, so there's borders on the inside and the outside. I'm not going to, because this is going to be a quick tutorial. So now press Control D, deselect that. Now we're going to want our pictures. So what you're going to do, I've just got a tab open here on with all the things I'm going to be needing. This is Skate 3 logo, because the gameplay that I have just set up here on Sony Vegas is Skate 3. That's just a random clip I found on my computer. Just click copy image, go back onto your Photoshop, and press Control and V. I'll paste this image into a new layer, which is exactly what you're going to want it to do. Then click Control T. This will transform the image, which is what you're going to want. Then hold down Shift and keeping it in the aspect ratio. You can drag it down to a size which is suitable. That's about suitable size. Apply the transformation and then click this thing here, this button, which is the movement tool. You can just move that to whereabouts you want it. We're gonna have it. Let's have it there. Then get this magic wand tool again. Click the white and then press delete. That's just gonna delete all the white areas. And then you're also gonna want to have to do it separately for these little bits inside the A and the E in Skate 3. So now if you just click Control D, it'll deselect that. Now we've got a nice little thing there that says Skate 3. So now if we get the text tool, click there, we can just write Parasplit. If I could spell. Plays. Let's drag the move tool. Let's move that to where you want it. Parasplit plays Skate 3. You can make it neater than that. I'm just doing this as quickly as possible just to show you guys informative way. I've got my logo here. I'm just gonna drag this out to a new. Just click that, place that there, grab the move tool. I'm just gonna have it here in the top right. I could have done this neater to change the colour a bit because my logo and that looks kind of similar colour, but I'm not gonna bother for now. And now we just go. You can just do what you want with this. Just gonna put select that. Select that smallest one. Now you've got to make sure to go back onto here, copy the image, Control V, put it into its own layer like I showed you before. Now just grab this, move that to there, so just make sure to copy this image, Photoshop, Control V, put it into its own link. So you see this is quite big, just do the Control T again and it'll go to transform this image. Hold down Shift, keep in the aspect ratio, drag it down to about there, then click this tick here which will apply it. Now we're going to move that to about there. Then get the magic wand tool, just click the white area, delete, Control D to deselect. I'm just going to move it up a bit to make it look a bit better. So yeah, that's basically it guys. So you can see we made the border, it's not very detailed. So now what I'm going to just do is save this desktop JPEG. Let's put video border, save. Quality, oh, I did something wrong there, sorry guys. File, save as, that's something you can't do. Make sure this is a PNG, because that will be able to handle it. And then make this border.png. Save. Okay. So now that's saved. Now if you open your Vegas Pro, that's where mine's saved. Just drag in the border. Now to put this in its own layer. There. And as you see, that automatically just fits nicely onto it. So now let's play that through. You can watch your own video. As you can see, you've got a nice little border here around your video and it fits perfectly because there's a gap there for the video to go. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial guys, I hope it helps. Please make sure to like this video if you do like it and subscribe if this helps. In the comments you can comment if you want any more tutorials. Make sure to subscribe and then you'll always be updated whenever I make some new tutorials. So thank you very much for watching guys. This is Parasplit, I'll see you guys later.